Hi, my name is April, and I'm the peaceful wife. There's something I've noticed that seems to be a trend among the single women that I minister to and the married women, and that is that it seems like so many of us are expecting other people to tell us what we should do in a difficult situation. It seems like we're going to people for advice and then taking that advice, even if it's not good advice, even if it's not biblical advice. And I would like to think about the fact that other people don't know what's best for you. God knows what's best for you, but other people don't have His wisdom and His insights and His vision. And instead of picking up the phone and taking a survey of all of our friends to see, well, what do my friends and coworkers think I should do? I want to see us be on our knees before God in prayer, looking through God's word. God, show me your wisdom. Let me be in the center of your will. Help me to hear your voice clearly and help me to obey you. As we are filled with God's Spirit, He will help us to hear Him, and He can prompt us what He wants to do in a given situation, where if we're going to other people for wisdom, we're going to miss what God is trying to tell us. So keep in mind a couple of things. I am responsible for my decisions before God. So if I hand over my responsibility to someone else and let them make my decisions, I'm still responsible for those decisions, and I will be accountable to God. And I'm the one that has to live with the choices that I make, not other people. So what does it really matter if another friend or a coworker thinks I should take this job or marry this man or stop talking to that guy? I mean, these are decisions that I have to make and that I live with, not other people. And unfortunately, it's really easy to find ungodly advice if we just tell all of our issues to everybody we know and we absorb everything everybody says. We can end up with some very worldly ideas, some very destructive ideas, and we're probably not going to hear God's voice in those things. Now, we can go to a mature believer, and that person can point us to biblical principles, or they can help us to see, well, that decision would lead to sin or would be a temptation or might be clear sin or something. But even a mature believer doesn't know, should you stay with your husband if he is mistreating you? I mean, at what point do you need to leave? Only God can really help you decide things like that. Should you adopt a baby or not? I mean, that's a decision between you and God and your husband. What definition of modesty should you use? That's between you and God and your husband. There's just so many things that if you listen to lots of different people, that you can get misled about. And really, ultimately, the goal is that we please God, not people. And it's easy to be a people pleaser. It's a miserable way to live. It's actually really freeing to notice that all you have to do is please God. And that if He's pleased with you, that's the only thing that really matters. We can love other people, we can honor them, but we don't have to get their approval for everything. Living that way is very imprisoning in my view. So let's spend time in God's Word, time in fervent prayer. Let's ask God to change us, to make us the women He wants us to be. Let's ask Him to give us great sensitivity to His Spirit. Let's seek Him above everything else. Let's spend time journaling and writing and praying and seeking God and asking Him to direct us and His Word to direct us instead of seeking the advice of everybody around us. I think you'll find that you'll have much better decisions and a lot less stress and less complications in your life as you listen more and more just to God and His Word and less to all the people around you. Now, if you're married, you want to listen to your husband because ultimately he stands accountable as the leader in the home. But other than God and your husband's opinion, everybody else's opinions really don't matter that much. I mean, you can listen to them and they may be able to sharpen you or strengthen your faith or give you things to think about and prayerfully consider, but ultimately it's God's pleasure that we're after. Thanks so much for watching, and may God richly bless your walk with Christ.